All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another free-to-play-through recap. So, a thing to note right off the bat here on the top is that one of the stream archives is going up later today for this past week because we had that really huge 10-hour archive that took a long time, let's say, to process through YouTube. I'll try to not have that happen again for those of you that are wanting to watch those streams. But with that out of the way, let's get started talking about what all we got done, and it is a lot. We got an extreme amount done. We now have access to everything on the star chart. Anywhere we gonna go, we're able to go. We have unlocked both the Sedna and Eris Junction, like we were on Neptune before. That is, of course, all done. And on Sedna, we're here, but we haven't gone through it yet. The road is open to us, but we have not driven down it, and that means that we are extremely close to the fourth branch of the Void, which is where we are going to farm our dual stat toxin mods, and that'll be absolutely phenomenal. That also means that, minor spoilers, we have access to Lua, which I won't zoom in on just because spoiler things. We'll get into that in a moment here, but other stuff that we have gotten done so far is that we have Gara building, and among other things. So we have a bunch of stuff building in here. I did end up deciding to go with the Dread as my MR5 weapon, and fun fact, you just have to like build it and it can stay in your foundry. So this is gonna sit in my foundry until like I'm gonna be leveling some primary weapon stuff and don't need to rely so much on the Vectis. So that's fantastic that this can just sit in there while I'm waiting. Gara is nearing done. Honestly, whenever Gara finishes, that will probably be like, hey, this is now another free-to-play-through stream day because I really want to level Gara and put a reactor in her and just get all of that stuff started and going, because I think Gara is going to be absolutely excellent for this run because she's so incredibly versatile, and part of that is because I'm going to be building an extremely good Zaw. So, to look at the parts for that, this is what I'm going to be building. This is a Dakram Jai 2 Stung, and this is incredibly similar, many of you will notice, to my Kamakuras Reaper, which I have a Why Would You Use on up on the channel if you would like to see how this weapon is pretty closely going to perform. The only real difference between this and my proper Kamakuras Reaper on my main account is that I use a Vargeet Jai 2 on the main account. The only real difference there is that I get a higher critical chance at base and a slightly lower status chance at base. So this is going to perform very, very similarly. I do think that the Vargeet Jai 2 is better, but you can build this like literal weeks earlier. So there's that. Time is of the essence, and this is going to be, you know, one of the best melee weapons you could possibly use in the entire game. So I'll settle for that. It's certainly better than any melee weapon I can build right now, which is, of course, not to say anything bad about the Guandao that I have been using, as that's been very good. With that, other stuff that we got done, we started doing the index, which is, of course, one of the things we very much plan on doing, and I have 318k credits as it stands now. We farmed like 1 million plus, and we used them to level a lot of our corrupted mods, and the only reason I'm not even poorer than this right now is because I am running out of endo with great speed, because we leveled most. We are one level off of where I want to be with this, of a narrow-minded and a bunch of other mods. We got overextended. That's incredible. We got fleeting expertise. We actually technically got 2 fleeting expertise, but I sold one, which is why I have 100 platinum now. Well, that's not the only reason. I also had an extra overextended that I sold, and that ended up being 50 platinum total that I made. So that's great. We have a little bit more platinum to throw around now, some tradable platinum to maybe get a few things that I'm missing. So that's fantastic. And then otherwise, we pretty much got like all of the corrupted mods you really want to get, aside from Transient Fortitude and the... Gosh, I can't remember the name of it. I'll throw it up on screen. It is the minus attack speed plus raw damage for melee weapons mod. That one is not of huge importance by any means, but I like to use it in stat stick builds, which is going to be a thing that I want to put on Gara. So it'd be nice to have that mod, but it is by no means required for that stat stick build, which we'll get into in a moment. So yeah, we pretty much got our corrupted farming done. It was extremely lucky. It did not take very long at all. And I'll have a video coming out soon on how exactly to do that in the most efficient way and the way people should do it. So yeah, that'll be coming up soon. And besides that, we are going to show off some builds that I've been using. We also got our full set of our main power mods, which is going to be Continuity, Stretch, Streamline, Intensify. We have that full set now. We do not have a max Streamline, which you would want a maxed and a rank 4 usually. It's not that big a deal, but it does matter for a reason I'm going to go over right now. So rank 4 fleeting expertise and rank 4 streamline equals 75% positive efficiency. That brings me to 175% efficiency. This is the efficiency cap in Warframe. Now, fleeting expertise can be maxed, and there are reasons to do that, but if you want to know the reasons to do that and how channeling efficiency works, I have an entire video on how channeling efficiency works. But for the huge majority of people, rank 4 fleeting, rank 4 streamline, that's all you need to know. That's the basics. You can go watch the video on channeling efficiency if you want to know the edge cases, but that's usually going to be what's up. So with that out of the way, this is still a no reactor Rhino. I'm saving my reactor for Gara. This is mostly due in part to me getting steel charge. This is incredibly good for just fitting way more mods than you'd usually be able to on any V polarity or a Warframe. So that's fantastic. And also it's worth noting that Neurominded's cost won't go up at all whenever I put that one more rank in here, so it'll just fit proper. And this build honestly is really solid for just doing all of the things Rhino wants to do. I have enough duration so that my 3 is worth casting pretty much every time that I can recast it. This is very easy to cast my 2, so I pretty much have it up constantly all the time. And in addition to that, because I'm using stretch on here, I have enough range where my 4 is incredibly cheap and also is just a good range and will CC a lot of enemies. So this is a pretty versatile build that you can use in a lot of different scenarios. And of course you can switch out continuity for overextended if you want to do like huge area CC, if that's something that you need for a given mission. Say you're just doing a mobile defense and you don't really like need to kill the enemies or whatever. You're just like, okay, we're just going to stop all these guys and the mission will be done. So there's that kind of stuff. This has been really solid so far, but again, I cannot wait to switch to Gara. Now, in completing the star chart, we did complete the second dream in War Within. So this part of the video, warning, we are about to talk about spoilers, like big, huge spoiler shit. If you don't want to know about it, then you should probably stop watching this and then go do the second dream and then come back. And at some point during the second dream, you're probably gonna have some questions, which I'm about to answer those. So that would be like you're gonna get to a point in the second dream where you're gonna go, oh fuck, what do I do? And then you can come back to this video and we'll talk about it. So with all those people off doing the second dream, let's talk about it. So I have the operator now. And this is, of course, like War Within operator and all that business. Let's talk about the second dream stuff, which is picking your initial focus starter. There is only one choice. The only choice for a new player is Zenerich. This is because of Energy Pulse and Energizing Dash. This solves the energy economy issues for the most part in Warframe. This is hugely important. I cannot express enough how important this ability is. At any time, you can be getting 3 energy a second. This is gigantic, and that's just the first level of this. This gets better as you level it. So, you get your focus, and then you get 75k Zenerich experience. You level Energy Pulse once, and then you level Energizing Dash. You start with enough pool to activate both of these, so you don't need to level your pool at all. You just need that 75k, and then you are started up. The engine has begun to start. So, get that. You'll be incredibly satisfied with it, I promise. So that is absolutely incredible. That is the thing that I think new players are most in dire need of, is the ability to just use their fucking abilities. Obviously, fleeting expertise will help with that, but not everybody's going to get super lucky like I do right away, getting fleeting expertise very quickly. So this is crucial. There are merits to all of the other schools. I will say that. But none of them are a thing that a new player needs to give a singular fuck about. Zenerich is the shit. I just want to really hammer that home. So yeah, if you are at the second dream part where you got to choose your focus, pick Zenerich. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. So yeah, other things about the operator. We have our first piece of equipment, which is the moat amp. The moat amp is balls, but it's better than no amp. So we're going to talk about where to go get this thing. So as long as you've done the kind of Plains introductory quest, which is the favor for Kanzu, you can then go and get your amp. So going and getting your amp is done on Cetus, and I'm going to take you pretty much exactly to where you get it. So we are just going to jump on into Cetus real fast. I'm going to show you right where you can go get this mode amp, as long as you have done the Gara quest. The Gara quest is incredibly easy. It's like level 5. Don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll have no trouble doing it. Okay, on Cetus. Boom, fast travel. Go to Kanzu. Here's Kanzu. I'm sure you've probably been here at least once, because you'll have to have done the Gara quest. If you haven't done the Gara quest, Kanzu's the man to talk to for the whole Gara quest thing. So, we're going to ignore Kanzu after teleporting to him, and go back here. This door will look familiar to you if you've done the War Within, and this must be post-War Within. Jump out of your Warframe and run in here, and talk to Anko. Anko will give you the Moat Amp. Anko is also the kind of representative of the quills, as it were, and he will allow you to build new amps. We are not going to do the sacrifice until we have a better amp, and that is to make it so that I have less suffering in my life, for one. And two, because we need to hunt Terrorless anyway. That's part of the goals of the free-to-playthrough, so we might as well do it in an order that, you know, makes sense for the free-to-playthrough. Having the ability to hunt Terrorless is quite good. And notice, I'm just saying Terrorless. I don't mean Gant, I don't mean Hydro. Those can come later. Just starting off, getting through the Terrorless, being able to build Quills Rep is going to be plenty for now. With that, that's pretty much everything you got to do here. And honestly, the free-to-playthrough is going to be in a weird place for a little while, because I can, unfortunately, at this point, only get 6k rep per day, although that is about to be a little bit higher. It's going to be 7k rep per day. And that pretty much puts a kind of hard limit on my amount of progression towards my goals that I can do per day. Obviously, once I get Gara, I can level that, mod that, get all that stuff done, and start doing some kind of edge case things that are going to be important for later. But the main thing I need to do is get that Zaw done. So that means I need to be rank 3 on Cetus. And that's going to take some time. It's going to take a week plus, just due to the limitations of the amount of rep that I am allowed to farm. So that sucks, but that's how it works. That's what's up. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, but that's basically what we're going to be working towards over the course here, is just like getting Gara beefed up and trying to get that Zaw done, as it is going to be crucial to the progress through this free-to-play through. But yeah, good stuff overall. Huge amounts of progress once again, which is of course what I like to see, though I doubt we will have massive progress like this again, just due to those rep limitations that we've been talking about. But yeah, great stuff overall, and I will see you guys next time. Also, for everyone watching this video, I have a new mic setup, so please let me know how it sounds. Like, if it's like good, bad, all this stuff. I'd really like to know how it sounds in the video. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Also, there should be more videos this week just in general. I've been like kind of hung up doing the big free-to-play-through stuff and like all the like Anthem streams on the weekend, and like we did Resident Evil and all this business. But there should be a lot bigger focus on getting like more why would you use this Warframe videos, builds videos, and that stuff out coming up here, along with of course the borrow video and the dev stream video that are going to be on Friday, as they did not have a dev stream this last Friday. Anyway, once again, actually signing off this time. Goodbye, everybody.